New South Wales Council Chair Peter Wells, New South Wales Regional Manager Alison McDonald, New South Wales councillors, fellow CAs, Merit Award winners, your family and your friends, and my fellow CAs. Let me begin by thanking Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand for the invitation to be the guest speaker this evening. Becoming a CA is a significant career and life milestone, so it really truly is an honour and a privilege to be part of an event in your lives that you will never forget. At some point tonight, be sure to stop, breathe in, and take a moment to reflect on what you have achieved, because it is substantial. Now, whilst I've given plenty of speeches in my 18 odd years as an accountant, I can honestly say that this is probably the most special for me. Now, why is that? Well, in October 2007, I sat where you are right now as a 27-year-old newly admitted member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants, the Institute. Like they are tonight, my family is here to celebrate with me in what I've achieved. A gentleman was delivering a speech on this evening, and he, like I, was a newly awarded member of a fellowship of the Institute. I don't remember his name, and I would not recognise him if I saw him in the street. But what I do remember very clearly was being inspired by his journey and by what he had done to help his fellow accountants and the profession as a whole. On that night, it made me realise that being a chartered accountant is more than just being a numbers man. Now, whilst it might seem I'm a good storyteller, I've never been one to talk about specific events in my own life. So for the next few minutes, if you allow me to, I'm going to share with you what I've learned throughout my career to date and the values that I've let guide me on my journey, and let you apply them to your own journeys, lives and careers. Number one, people don't remember what you did for them, and quite often they do not remember what you charged them. But most certainly they remember how you made them feel. The most important principle for leading a successful professional career, especially in finance and accounting, in this age of artificial intelligence and the threat that we're going to lose our jobs, is that the experience you provide is paramount. People will always remember how you made them feel. Customers and suppliers, partners and managers, employees and colleagues, it makes no difference. When you deal with somebody, if you ensure that their experience dealing with you is fantastic, they will always seek the opportunity to work with you again and again and again. Even as I prepared this talk, I tried to put myself in your shoes, questioning myself, writing and rewriting sections, even as late as last night. Will it be boring? Will they find me funny? Will they come away confused? Or will they walk away inspired? Your experience tonight was my motivation to deliver an inspiring talk worthy of the occasion. Number two, you have to have passion for what you do. It sounds really simple, but if you love what you do, putting in the hard yards is really easy. If you're passionate, you can get into the office early, work those extra hours at night, and pull out the laptop on a weekend to get that task completed. Without passion, you will not be able to deliver a great experience. Throughout my career, I've always worked hard, and particularly in the last 4 years, I've never worked harder in my life. Not because I have to, not because I want to, but because I love what I do. I get out of bed every morning thinking about who I can help today, and it's pretty powerful motivation knowing that I have an ability to make a difference. That is the power of being passionate. Number three, don't be afraid to dream big. And don't let others say that you can't achieve something. Use that as motivation. If you want something, go and get it. You alone can be your biggest enemy, but also your greatest ally. However, dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. Have dreams, but have goals. Life goals, yearly goals, monthly goals, daily goals. I try to give myself a goal every single day. Sometimes they're simple, and sometimes the list is longer than my left arm, but I start every day with a list of goals. Make sure you get out your pen and paper and write those dreams and goals down. When you write them down and join the dots, they remain in your subconscious. And whilst you might not think of them every day, they are there in the back of your mind, keeping you on track. I've been writing my goals down since I started my career and update them all the time, because goal setting is a very powerful process. Understand, to achieve these goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. You have to work at it every day. You have to plan every day. There's no doubt to get where you are tonight, you've already done this. As Alison said, it's not easy. you're studying, you're working, you're balancing family commitments, and generally the result is you get a bit wider around the waist. But now's not the time to change. You have heard the saying, we don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. Hard work works. Working hard is what really successful people do. But remember that just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Don't confuse movement with progress. My mentor, an FCA himself, said to me, if you try to do too much, you will likely achieve less than your full potential. Time is very limited and it goes extremely fast. I've always thought along the lines that if you do less better, you will achieve more faster. If you do less better, you'll achieve more faster. Very wise words. Number 4, your greatest learnings will come from working with and observing others. There is no doubt as CAs, you are all leaders in your field. To go on and become a leader of people, you must surround yourself with inspiring people who you can learn from. I've learned so much in the last 4 years from working with some true leaders in the finance and technology sector, although many of them do not hold any sort of official title. Number 5, don't be afraid to chase an opportunity. To quote Sir Richard Branson, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure you can do it, say yes, and then learn how to do it later. I guess you could say I live my life like this, but I'm definitely not a thrill seeker or a risky person. Remember, I am a trained chartered accountant, trained in pessimism and looking for what's wrong. But I'll always grab an opportunity if it presents itself. Putting that into context, you have to trust your instincts. If you know deep down you can do that job, then say yes and make it happen. But to follow your instincts, you cannot be afraid to fail. That's right, be open to failing and failing big. You only live once, so do what you feel passionate about. Take chances professionally, don't be afraid to go outside the box. Within the confines of that box, there is very little progress. To move forward in leaps and bounds, you have to step outside your comfort zone and be prepared to fail along the way. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Because hindsight is wonderful, but it can also yield a lifetime of what-ifs. We can't wait for hindsight because sometimes opportunities may only come once in a lifetime. So you need to have the courage to chase your big dreams. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. Never forget the importance of family and friends. It is the support network of family and friends that's a key component of a successful career. And whenever you listen to any successful individual talk about their success, this is a common theme. I would not be standing here tonight if it wasn't for the constant sacrifices, encouragement and support of my mum Kathy and my beautiful wife Jade, and for this I thank you both very much. Your belief in me has made me believe I can achieve anything. Lastly, I want to share with you my beliefs on the importance of giving back. As you focus on building your career, don't fall into the trap many do of waiting till you have made it before you start. Part of your career development must be about doing something where all you're going to receive is the gratification of giving back. Charity work, getting involved with your footy club, working with disadvantaged kids, or just mentoring another CA or a university student, it does not matter what it is. What matters is that you do it. Every one of you needs to contribute to the ongoing advancement and development of not only CA, ANZ, or CANZ, but of the accounting, business and wider community. You have a responsibility to become more than just a CA, more than just a numbers person. Your journey starts, a new chapter tonight, and you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. So claim it, work hard to get it. When you get it, reach back, pull someone else up. Each one, teach one. Don't aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, James. On behalf of everyone here this evening, we'd like to thank you for sharing your story with us tonight. And it is a great pleasure to present you with your fellowship certificate.